Happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday to you. Whoa! So we have this special collection of, it's more than just sage, it's other stuff too. And so we're just going to take this time to clear out any of the energy that we don't want to bring forward with us into this new year. And we give thanks for all the wonderful things that last year gave to us, appreciation for it, and we reflect on that. We bring those things here into the now. This is your solar return chart. Weird how my wireless freaking mouse went dead as I went to do this. I got a little juice back. All right. So at the moment of your solar return, and I set it to Los Angeles, California, if you would have been born here in Tampa, you would have been a Libra ascendant. But instead, you are the Virgo ascendant in charge of the womb. There's a theme here. Saturn, if you were born 10 minutes maybe earlier, no, yeah, that it would change. You would have had Saturn in your first house, which would have been a pain in the ass. I currently have Saturn in my first house. So you were able to get him pushed off into the 12th house, hidden, dead. You slewed Satan. Satan. Punch Satan. Kick Satan. So that's nice. And that could give you structure to your kind of hidden psyche. Even creative world, which is another theme we'll have going forward. We have your North Node in the first house. I couldn't think of a better place to have your North Node than on you. You have a Saturn Virgo. Saturn, I think, loves to be in Virgo. They don't really talk about that connection with, except the Capricorn connect is Earth. That's beautiful. So you're able to plan and structure. The only thing there would be being overly critical, like really harsh on yourself, like that voice in the back of your head that's like, this could be better. But you have that off into your 12th house. So maybe that could show up in dreams. You have like a father figure like chastising you in your dream world, but I'd rather have it there than in the awake world. So the North Node, it's all about you. It could be a new change of look, a new change in your daily routine, a new change in that voice that's constantly in your head. So now our depositor is going to be Mercury in the sixth house of Virgo. So traditionally ruled by Mercury, so he's home there. And then he's in the sign of Aquarius. So now he's in the freaking laboratory alchemizing. And this also could do with your diet. Now, Mercury, it's good that this happened as he retrograded out of Pisces. Because if you would have had Pisces Mercury retrograde on your solar return, that would be like a year of being in the fog and not moving forward because you can't see where the fuck you're going. You can step off a cliff. So that asks us to go into our emotional dark realm and then to feel things out that way. Which brings me to a card that came up in your the first card I pulled for you, is the Seven of Cups. And C, he's in the dark about what he should do. And it's asking him to go to his emotional realm, the mental realm, to kind of discern which of these to pick. And the one in the middle that is radiating is veiled. And so in order to pick that cup, you have to kind of feel yourself through the emotional realm. Spiritual, discerning that kind of stuff. Has this made me feel? And if it doesn't fill your cup, then on to the next one. Another card I got was the Eight of Pentacles, which is the master craftsman doing his work. He's solo. He doesn't have a crowd around him, but wait a second. Who do we have showing up on the scene? The Three of Pentacles. Here is a person at work, and he's got two kind of benefactors who are commissioning this work from him. So here he is in the earth, two earth signs, a water sign. The next water sign that came up was in order to get our work on the right path, it's asking us to get our emotional realm on the right path. Venus Scorpio is ascendant normally. And like have yourself like do a ritual kind of burial. A ritual, I don't want to say death, but and rebirth kind of thing. Make it personal and special. Bring in elements. Use your magic. There's power in ritual. Magic and imagination. And it's asking you to... it's not like it doesn't have you jumping into the workplace tomorrow. I see it as a two-step thing. Let me see you two-step thing. So we have, see your first, second, third, fourth houses all empty. Empty chairs with empty tables. So that's the all about you part. So besides your natal planets all being where they always are, your North Node in your first house, and then Saturn jumping in your 12th, that's good. So this is going to put your Pluto in your second house. So there's powerful money-making opportunities or a refinement in the way that you value your value system is going through some purifying and balancing ruled by Venus. So what's Venus doing? Venus just stepped into her home of Taurus, traditionally the second ruler, money, and then it's conjunct, and she's home there, and she just got out of Aries. Good thing that you didn't have the solar return with Venus and Aries. Did not like being there. That would be a year of just being spread out and over energy, and then just it's not a fun roller coaster ride. That's Venus who hitchhiked a ride home from school and is in the middle of the Sahara Desert with a bike gang. But that can be fun, but it can be tiring. So we have her at home in Taurus and Earth. That's money. And then she's just about to hit Uranus. That's unexpected riches, wealth. Venus in Taurus, that's the Empress energy. Unexpected pregnancy. Or pregnancy with unexpected things that happen, but doesn't that always happen? but this is in your 8th house. So that's the death and rebirth house at the last degrees. Ruled by Aries, Mars. What's Mars doing? Mars is in Capricorn. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. There's more energy for you to put into the material realm. More creativity to manifest. But it's going to take that planning stage. It's going to first take that emotional discernment and putting to rest what needs to be put to rest stage so that you can get to work and focus on that without having distractions. Going into that, while I was shuffling, no swords came out, but I saw lots of swords. And then this is the one that I think captures them all and puts them together, is the Two of Swords, where she's making a decision and she's doing it the right way. She's facing it, she's sitting down with it. She's got this one in the air, this one in the air. She's in the middle, cut off from the world, going interiorly in the nighttime with the moon over her and her intuition guide. So this is somebody controlling their mind so that they could get to their emotions, calm that sea, so that they could take the next step in the world of materiality. Then who do we have? And those are all minor arcanas. So that's nothing. That's not the Tower card coming in, which could have been a possibility with this Uranus Venus conjunction. This could be new forward ways of loving. This could be a newfound love for the occult. 8th house, Scorpio. So then this kind of throws back to your 1st house. This could be a change just in how you love change. That doesn't make sense. Because 8th house is change. Uranus is change. Uranus was originally, they put his home in Scorpio and they exalted him in Scorpio, so he's still exalted in Scorpio. Not many people talk about that because it's change. But this is forward change. It's all change forward. I don't know. I started working back at the wine exchange, and that's a change that I feel like is a backwards freaking change. But watch out for the Aquarian coming to a place near you. That's the logo you got. 5th house. So there's where our first planet comes into, which is Capricorn, 5th house, Mars. So Mars is exalted in Capricorn, and we got him in the 5th house, where Mars likes to be. It's a fire sign ruled by the sun. And we have Capricorn as the ruler there. And so what's it doing to the sun? It's making a nice sextile to the sun. So this is, if you were to have a child, it would probably be a boy. With a lot of energy, but like old school. Oh, this could be just being a little bit higher in age and having a boy. Maybe an Aries or a Leo. And then here in Pisces season. Could be the fertile waters. Maybe we find out about it in Aries season with the messenger in the 8th house. Okay, let's get back on track. So then where did the stellium fall for you? The whole Capricorn freaking craziness. OPS Pallas Athena is playing a part of your chart. I have that in I had another chart pulled up. And the theme that came out was Pallas Athena as being, because you have Virgo as your ascendant, and Pallas Athena, her home is Virgo, and so she's this strategic warrior. See, they're not just running off to the marketplace, they're strategically mapping out and plotting, and that is by strategically seeing which one really fulfills me emotionally. Then that's how I could discern what project to take on. I mean, sometimes we do things out of necessity to pay the bills, but then there's the major arcana that comes up. So this work is really an alchemical work, but then it doesn't leave you lost at the sea. Which brings me to post this your Sun conjunct Neptune, but that's a foreshadowing. But this is the 4 fixed signs. Scorpio, your ascendant. So we have lots of things going into your first house. So this is really becoming fixed in this new you, but you're not. But then second house, third house, fourth house, not much going on. So it's like not overwhelming you. And then the card underneath that I just see is Isis doing her magic. Very Aquarian, bringing the waters from heaven to earth. A new you. And it came out upside down, which is the best card to have upside down because it's just asking you to make a wish. And so how do you know what to wish for? That takes a little bit of discernment. What do I really want? What would make me happy? What would satisfy me emotionally, make me emotionally comfortable? With Uranus and Venus there could be something a little bit different than you might think. And then you can look back like a couple of years from now and you're like, oh, I could see how that actually fulfilled what I needed, not what I wanted. So you got this whole stellium in your 5th house. If I was going to have this Capricorn stellium anywhere, I'd have it in my 5th house. And at least we have that separation between Saturn and Pluto. You don't want your solar return on that conjunction. So now they've separated about 4 degrees. So we have some breathing room out of that heavy energy. And now we have Jupiter coming in to meet up with Pluto. Pluto being your modern day ruler as a Scorpio ascendant. So with Jupiter coming there, that's like when the girl in the back row of Hot Topic with black lipstick on shows up to school one day wearing like red lipstick and like a dress for the first time, like with flowers on it. And the whole school's like, is that Chloe? Chloe would be her name. I'm gonna have to get these small ass little batteries, which nobody got. Okay. Also, I was born with the Jupiter Pluto conjunction. That's somebody who goes through a deep spiritual transformation in their life where they started off a Baptist and they end up a Buddhist. They start off as an evangelical, they end up as an atheist. I went through more than one of them. It's also the millionaire conjunction. Ivanka Trump managed to tap into that a little bit better than I did. But to each their own. I really like Mars in the 5th house. This is creativity in Capricorn, the ability to structure it. This is Saint Joseph in the workshop with fucking Red Bulls. I was like inspired with the sun shining in it and like warming it up. I was just channeling the sun before I started this. And I think you channeling the sun could turn you from Chloe with an earring through her nose to Chloe with a bonnet on her head. I don't know. I like Mercury the Merchant at home in his 6th house where he's exalted, and then he's in a freaking Aquarius where he'll be able to handle it. But it could be you just doing unexpected things to make money. But then it being a harmonious aspect to your North Node. Yeah, so a karmic fated thing. In your 10th house, or a career, you mothering something into your career. And then the other ruler of your ascendant of Mercury, we have him right at your midheaven. Exactly. Woo! That just leads me further to believe either you're a merchant or you're bringing something through those gates of Gemini, the arch of Mercury. And I can't even tell if that's on the 9th or the 10th house. That is exactly on your midheaven. So as we go from what we've studied and put work into and experienced, now we're able to take that wisdom into our career sector. And you being just kind of a little bit more in the world of communicating, messaging, being a little bit of a hustler and bustler. Now we get into our 7th house of marriage, contracts, how other people see us, what we want to see in other people. And we have your modern day ruler, Neptune, with your sun almost exactly conjunct. That's just a powerful coming to you moment. The sun coming to shine on you. You turning from Ursula into fucking the Little Mermaid, but the Little Mermaid when she's on land. You're still a Pisces and a water trine, so maybe you might keep the tail, but at least you'll have to go back to the ocean. You're not going to have the legs forever. You just switch them on and off. Because you got the legs. You got lots of earth. A lot of earth. Thank God Mercury got into Aquarius. And it's in retrograde, but it's like stationing retrograde. So it's not like zooming backwards, because that would just be more waiting. And frustration with technology and stuff. So now you got them stationing, so it's like being more still, not having such a mind that is racing so much, to give you that chance to look at this guy. Homeboy's in the zone. Still. I've been called to go to the Oracle deck at this moment of the reading. That could be Neptune, Hollywood. Your husband, your marriage, your spouse is working on a freaking featured film. He's got the sun on him. This could be a highlight to just your creativity or his creativity or your creativity together. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Blame. Let's not play the blame game and accept responsibility for our own well-being. That really that north node in your first house on your ascendant for this. It is it's stepping into your own. Unapologetically. And accept that your inner voice will always guide you correctly. Trust. That's very Piscean and watery. And that's why it's look at it as a watery freaking looking thing. And accept that your inner voice will always guide you correctly. Eighth house, Venus in Taurus. That could definitely be getting an inheritance. Getting money from like Wyatt's side of the family. Having an investor. And that's like unknown money coming in. Money you even know was out there. Ninth house, we have your spirituality being grounded. 10th house, your career. We have you as a merchant, and then we have the North Node there in Cancer, conjunct. Oh my God. Your moon is just about conjunct the fixed star Sirius in the night sky. My mother. How about that? How about it? Your 11th house of your gains from your career, the moon there. Do some moon magic on that. Your exalted Jupiter in Cancer is in the 11th house of what you get from what you sowed in your work realm. The moon at the time of this also stayed in your 11th house in Leo. Leo's been speaking to me a lot, especially as I meditated before I did this, looking at the freaking sun. We got the moon in Leo. Now, people say he's at fall in the 11th house. And you do have a little bit of that dichotomy going on of like the sun versus Saturn, Jesus versus Satan. The ego versus the all. That Aquarian Leo axis that we're stepping into. We're stepping out of the Virgo Pisces axis, which is service, and now we're going into kind of confidence in your knowledge, bringing the wisdom that you've gained through experience into creativity, creativeness to bring to the market, to others, to the greater, to the more. 11th house moon. Popularity. All right, I hope this was fun for you. I mean, the highlights, these conjunctions are pretty big. This Venus-Uranus conjunction in Venus's home. This Sun-Neptune conjunction in Neptune's home. All this stuff coming out of Capricorn with Saturn in its home, with Mercury exalted, with this release from that from the Pluto-Saturn conjunction, and then Jupiter coming in to really give it life and raise it up to your North Node as you mother a new creation into this world. It could be a new life. It could be a new creative project. It could be both. I love you so much. Happy birthday. Mwah.